Hello and welcome to opening trap number 16. My name is Mauri and this is the Mortimer trap. The trap is named after James Mortimer that we see here. And after the moves e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, we have the Ruy Lopez or Spanish opening. And after knight f6, we have the so-called Berlin defense. In this position, a very common move is to castle, but also to play d3. And this is where black will try to do his trap, the Mortimer trap. More common move for black though is bishop c5, which is considered a very good move, and also the move d6. However, black will now play the move knight e7, and that is setting the trap. It's not really a great move because you are moving the same piece twice very early in the game, which is often considered not ideal because it doesn't help you to develop the pieces like you should be doing. You should be developing as many pieces as quickly as you can, not moving the same piece around. But if you think white is going to fall for this trap, you are free to try this move knight e7, and white might now think that he can take the pawn on e5, because at first sight it looks as if that pawn is just up for grabs. But that is a mistake, and a better move for white would simply be to continue his development with a move like knight c3, for example. Not the only move, but a good move. After the move knight takes e5, white has now fallen into the trap and will get into trouble, big trouble. After the move c6, so the point behind this trap is that if the bishop moves, let's say bishop c4 for example, then black now has a fork. Can you see a white piece that is unprotected in the middle of the board that can be attacked, and then another piece that can be attacked at the same time? Hint, it's going to be a check. And the move is queen a5 check, attacking the king, we call that check, and also attacking the knight on e5. This will win the knight. So that's the idea behind the trap. But white can try the move knight c4 here. And should we now take the bishop, do you think? And the answer is no. That would be a very big mistake, because if we take the bishop here, then white will now play the move knight d6 checkmate. This is called smothered mates, and this is not what black is aiming for, obviously, with this trap. So after the move knight to c4, one way for black to continue is the move d6. And now the bishop is simply attacked, and if it doesn't move, we take it. If it moves, we have a simple pawn fork. The move is b5, and one of those pieces will now fall. So that's the idea behind the trap. There is another move in the position after knight c4, which the computers, at least some of them, seem to think is stronger than the move d6, and that is the move knight g6. And that also stops the checkmate on d6, because now the bishop on f8 is covering that square. So again, the bishop is attacked, and if it goes to a4, we again have the pawn fork b5. So bishop a4, b5. And I ran this through the computer, and there is a line that I'll just show you which runs like this. After e5, the knight on f6 is attacked, so knight d5. And again, if bishop a4, then b5 will again fork those two pieces. So knight d6, check, take, and we now take this piece. So black is a piece up, but I'll show you how it goes for a few more moves, because there are some threats that white is going to do. First, he checks us with queen e2, and now we cannot castle anymore. So king f8, white gets to castle. Queen f6, we want to get that pawn on d6. It's an annoying pawn. And after the move rook e1, what happens if we take the pawn? Well, that would be a bit of a mistake, wouldn't it? If we take the pawn here, then it's going to be checkmate like this. So we can't do that. So we play queen e6, offering to trade queens. Obviously, white should avoid trading queens here, being a piece down. So queen d1, attacking the queen, but now we can take the pawn. And after queen e2, white still wants to checkmate us on e8. We can play the move knight c7, and we're simply winning. So this is the Mortimer trap. Like I said, it's not the greatest trap ever because we are moving that knight twice very early in the game, and if white doesn't fall into the trap, then it's not the greatest ever. But yeah, it's your choice if you want to try it or not. In any case, this is the Mortimer trap. And I thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.